30 Surprising Ways to Use Salt in Everyday Life. Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll discover together 30 unusual and surprising ways to make the most of salt in our daily lives. We often think of it as just a condiment, but its properties make it an ideal ingredient for a host of practical applications, from beauty and household cleaning to little tricks in the kitchen. Get ready. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole arsenal of ideas in mind to put into practice every day. Let's get started. 1. Facial scrub. Did you know that salt can be a great ally in your facial care routine? Simply mix a teaspoon of salt with a little water or natural oil, for example, jojoba or almond oil, to create a gentle scrub. Apply it to your face in circular movements, especially on the areas that need it most, and then rinse with warm water. You will notice that your skin is smoother and brighter, as the grains of salt help to remove dead cells. 2. Body scrub. You can also use salt to make a homemade body scrub. Mix 3 tablespoons of coarse salt with olive or coconut oil and add, if you wish, a few drops of essential oil, lavender, rosemary or citrus. Massage your legs, arms and back in circular movements, then rinse. Your skin will feel softer and renewed, perfect for before waxing or a relaxing bath. 3. Lip scrub. In winter, or just on very dry days, lips often get chapped. A pinch of salt mixed with a little honey or natural oil can be the perfect exfoliant to remove the chapped skin. Apply it with gentle movements. Lips are very sensitive, then rinse with warm water. You will see how smoother they are and ready for your favorite lip balm. 4. Scalp cleansing. Salt can also be a great help for our hair. Add a teaspoon of fine salt to your shampoo, massage it gently into your scalp, then rinse. This light exfoliation helps to eliminate dandruff and absorb excess oil. Use it sparingly, once in a while, to avoid overdrying your scalp. 5. Revitalizing foot bath. What could be better than a relaxing foot bath at the end of a long day? Add 2 tablespoons of salt to a bowl of warm water and soak your feet for about 10 minutes. The salt helps to decongest and relieve swelling, providing an immediate feeling of relief. You can add a few drops of peppermint essential oil for an even more refreshing effect. 6. Gargle for a sore throat. When your throat is sore or irritated, a quick and easy home remedy is to gargle with warm water and a teaspoon of salt. This is not a substitute for medical attention, but it can help temporarily relieve the discomfort. Remember not to swallow the solution. Rinse your mouth thoroughly after gargling and repeat a couple of times a day as needed. 7. Remove red wine stains. Moving on to a more domestic use of salt, it is very effective in saving fabric stained with red wine. If a small accident occurs on the tablecloth or clothing, immediately cover the stain with salt so that it absorbs most of the liquid. Then rinse with cold water and wash as usual. The sooner you do it, the more likely you are to remove the stain completely. 8. Deodorize your shoes. If your sneakers no longer give off a pleasant scent, you can use salt. Pour a little salt inside and leave it to sit overnight. The next day, remove the residue. The salt will absorb the moisture and, with it, the bad smells. Repeat as necessary and, if you wish, add a few drops of tea tree essential oil to enhance its deodorizing effect. 9. Sanitize kitchen sponges. The sponges we use to wash dishes tend to accumulate odors and bacteria. A practical method to sanitize them is to soak them in a container with hot water and salt for a few hours, then rinse them and let them dry. This will extend their useful life and make them much cleaner. 10. Get rid of onion or garlic smell on your hands. Chopping onions or garlic often leaves a pungent smell on your hands. To get rid of it, rub your hands with a little salt and a few drops of water, then rinse them under running water. The salt acts as a gentle exfoliant and removes the oils that cause these persistent odors, leaving your hands clean. 11. Remove rust from cast iron pans. If you have cast iron pans or saucepans, you know how important it is to take care of them to keep them in good condition. To remove light rust or burnt food residue, heat the pan, sprinkle some coarse salt inside and rub with a cloth. The salt will act as a scrub, removing the grime without damaging the surface. 12. Cleaning silver. Salt is also very effective in restoring the shine to silver jewelry or silverware. Fill a container with hot water, add salt and a piece of aluminum foil. Immerse the objects in this solution and wait a few minutes. Then, take them out and rub them gently with a soft cloth. You will see how they regain their original shine. 13. Treating copper and brass. The same goes for copper and brass objects. You can prepare a paste by mixing salt, flour and vinegar, and apply it to the rusty surfaces with a cloth or sponge. Rub well, leave for a few minutes and then rinse with warm water. Finally, dry the objects, and you will see how they regain their natural shine. 14. Crispier salad. Moving on to little kitchen tricks. If you want your salad to stay fresh and crisp, wash the vegetables, dry them and add a pinch of salt before dressing them. Don't overdo it, because too much sodium can affect the flavor, but that little bit of salt will help keep the leaves firm until serving. 15. Prevent cut fruit from turning dark. If you have prepared a fruit salad or cut apples in advance and do not want them to turn dark, soak them for a few minutes in a bowl with water and a pinch of salt, then rinse them. This way, the fruit will keep its natural color for longer, avoiding the unsightly brown tone. 16. Test the freshness of eggs. Another interesting trick: if you want to know if an egg is still fresh, immerse it in a glass of water with a spoonful of salt. If it sinks to the bottom and stays there, it is fresh. If it floats or tilts, it may be old, and it is best not to eat it. 17. Chill drinks quickly. Forgot to put your drinks in the fridge and are in a hurry? Fill a container with water, ice and salt, then submerge the can or bottle. Thanks to the properties of the salt, the temperature will drop faster and your drink will be cold in a matter of minutes. 18. Reduce the boiling time of the water. Adding salt to the water before boiling pasta is a common habit, but it also helps the water reach the boiling point a little faster. Although it doesn't make a huge difference, salting the water from the start can slightly shorten the waiting time. 19. Peel hard-boiled eggs with ease. A practical method for quickly peeling hard-boiled eggs is to add a tablespoon of salt to the cooking water. This way, the shell will come off more easily, without having to resort to complicated tricks or damaging the egg white. 20. Crispy skin on baked chicken. If you like your baked chicken with golden, crispy skin, sprinkle it with a pinch of salt before putting it in the oven. This will help the liquids dry better on the surface and create a delicious crust. Don't overdo it with the amount, as it could mask the natural flavor of the meat. 21. Stabilizing whipping cream. Whipping cream seems easy, but it doesn't always get the right consistency. A pinch of salt added before whipping can help stabilize it and make it firmer. Taste carefully so as not to change the delicate flavor of the cream too much. 22. Insect bite relief. If you are bitten by mosquitoes or other insects, you can prepare a solution of water and salt and gently apply it to the affected area. The salt helps reduce itching and inflammation, providing temporary relief. Be sure not to rub too hard to avoid irritating the skin. 23. Revive colors in the washing machine. Adding a spoonful of salt when washing clothes can help keep colors alive, preventing them from fading. It is a classic, very inexpensive remedy, which works especially for colored clothes that are at risk of fading over time. Try it and see. 24. Clean grease residue from pots. To remove stubborn dirt or grease buildup from pots, take advantage of the abrasive action of salt. Sprinkle a little coarse salt on the bottom and rub with a damp cloth or sponge. This little trick helps to scrape the dirt and makes it easier to wash with detergent later. 25. Keeping cut flowers fresh. Want to keep your cut flowers fresher? Add a pinch of salt to the water in the vase. Salt, along with a few drops of lemon or a teaspoon of sugar, helps to slow the growth of bacteria, so your flowers will stay fresher for longer. 26. Avoid oil splatters in the pan. When frying or browning something, oil often splatters and stains the stove. To reduce this problem, add a pinch of salt to the hot oil before adding the food. The salt absorbs some of the moisture and limits the splatters, making the process a little cleaner. 27. Removing lime scale from teapots and coffee makers. If you notice lime scale deposits on your teapot or coffee maker, prepare a solution with 28. Removing bad odors from cloths and rags. Kitchen cloths often get lingering odors. Before washing them in the usual way, soak them in water and salt for about 30 minutes, then rinse. This pre-treats the fabrics, which will be cleaner and have a better smell after washing in the washing machine. 29. Fighting mold. If there are small mold stains on walls or fabrics, salt can help to combat them. Make a paste by mixing salt and lemon juice, apply it to the area and let it sit for a while. Then rub carefully and rinse or wipe with a damp cloth. Salt and lemon have disinfectant and bleaching properties that help reduce the appearance of mold. 30. Preparing food preserves. Finally, we cannot forget the oldest use of salt, food preservation. Brines, for example, are obtained by mixing water, salt, and sometimes spices or aromas. By immersing vegetables, olives, or other ingredients in a good brine, their shelf life is prolonged and a very characteristic flavor is achieved. Once again, salt proves to be a great ally in the kitchen. And with this we come to the end of our 30 unusual uses for salt. As you can see, it only takes a little creativity to make the most of an ingredient as common as it is powerful. Whether it's for beauty, household cleaning, or little culinary tricks, salt can surprise us with its versatility. Go ahead and try some of these tips at home and tell me which one you like the most. Thanks for staying with me until the end, and see you next time.